how easy it is. That's it. The very first thing that you want to do is you want a visual. So let's graph it. If you see the function y equals 2 and y equals x squared minus 2, the area that I've colored in purple is the area that we want to find. So going deeper, or the next steps of what you're looking for, is after you graph it, you want to determine what the upper function is and what the lower function is. We can see here that the upper function will be bound by y equals 2, and the lower curve is y equals x squared minus 2. After you've determined what the upper and lower functions are, is you want to find what the intersection points are. These will be, later on, these will be the bounds of your integral. The first step of what you want to do to find the area is to actually set up your integral and find the area beneath the two functions. And then the last thing you want to do is actually solve the integral. So let's do that. Let's apply them to this problem and solve. We already looked at step 1 of graphing and visualizing the region in purple, which we are going to find the area. Next, we already also looked at this, the upper function, y equals 2, and then the lower function, y equals x squared minus 2. The next thing that we want to do is to find the intersection points. Where does the top function intersect with the lower function? This will give us the region that we actually need to solve for. How we do this is simple algebra. We set the two functions equal to each other and solve for x equals positive or negative 2. And something to remember is that when you're setting up your integral, if your integral is in respect to x, you always use the x coordinate of the functions. If your integral is in respect to y, you want the y coordinate. But because the integral that we're looking at right now is in respect to x, we want the x coordinate. So x equals positive and negative 2. Step 4, actually set up the integral. What do we need? We know that our bounds from the intersection points are x equals positive and negative 2, so we can put that as the integral is, we're finding from 2 to negative 2, from negative 2 to 2, I mean. We next have our upper function, y equals 2, and we are subtracting that from the lower function, y equals x squared minus 2. And from there, it's very simple. We just solve the integral like you guys know how to. If we go through and solve the integral, find the antiderivative of 2 minus x squared minus 2, we find the area of the region, 10 2/3.
Hey Bobby, can you help me with this math problem from class today?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is graph it so you have a visual of which function is on the top and bottom. So I'm going to use the calculator, and as you can see here, I have both equations typed in, so now I'm going to graph it, and that's it. So now, with the integration points, we go back to the graph, and as we can see, the two equations intersect at negative 2, which is here, 0 here, and 2 here. So when we set up our integral, the first bound is going to be from negative 2 to 0, so from here to here. And as you can see,
Can we use the whiteboard?
the top equation is 2x cubed minus x squared minus 5x. So I'm going to write that one first. And then I'm going to subtract the bottom function, which is negative x squared plus 3x.
Dude, I can't.
Okay, so this integral represents
Dude, I'm not able to cook
this
out
area
30 seconds.
right here.
What are you at,
You
6
can, like-
minutes?
Yeah.
You can like
But then as you can see, there's this area as well.
somehow look
And,
through when I'm working, like speed it up.
To set up the integral for that,
Try to speed it up.
But no, but you're explaining.
so the bound is from
I'll just
0
cook
to
morning
2.
bullshit. Let's go back.
However,
Where did my questions go?
we're gonna do something different here because the top function is now negative x squared plus 3x. Here it was 2x cubed minus x squared minus 5x, but that one became the lower one, and then negative x squared plus 3x became the upper one. So we're gonna subtract negative x squared plus 3x minus 2x cubed minus x squared minus 5x dx.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I understand. Thank you for explaining.